everyone. I hope this finds you well. It's a coffee cup ramble, and this is actually for Instagram as well as my website, arielanatole.com. I worked on it last night, and it is now up and running. The mobile site has been fixed. I'd like to thank Squarespace for giving me customer service assistance and helping me with this issue. I am still manic. That has not changed. I'm now freaking out about my budget because I have spent more than I have, so I'm now underwater, and that is not a good thing, but that is something that happens in mania, right? And I've lived with this illness all my life, and I will live with this. I will survive this because I am a survivor, and I'd like to talk about that today. So, I did not have the easiest childhood when it came to sexual abuse. I did not have the easiest religious upbringing when it came to being a Catholic. I have, due to my own actions and my illness, alienated most of the friends that I have made in my life. I am incapable of getting into long-term relationships, and these are things that I know about myself, but don't necessarily like to talk about. I will say that you find me in this moment of mania where I have no fear. And that's kind of what this is supposed to be about, right? So, I could have chosen to get very depressed about those things that I just said. Depressed about the fact that it took me longer to finish college than any of my other compatriots. Depressed about the fact that my life just moved at a slower pace. Depressed about the fact that I find myself in financial ruin quite often. I choose not to. My bipolar will give me depression for things that I don't have control over. But I do have some control over how I see things, and I choose to look at it as I don't need somebody else. I don't need a relationship to make me happy, because I can be happy right here in my own soul, in my own self. I choose to accept the ugliness of me at times, the fact that yes, I can be bad with money, and yes, I can. I'm not very good at long-term friendships because partly due to PTSD, partly due to the abuse I had. I have huge trust issues. I built these huge walls between me and other people. And I know that that's not going to be me forever, but right now that is me, and I am okay with that. I am happy with that. I smile at the fact that I still get up in the morning, no matter how hard it is, and I still attack the day. I wear Superman underwear and Superman shirts because I want to be that superhero inside. I don't give a frack what the people outside see me as. I care about how I see myself inside. With mental illness, I feel like that's extremely important, because a large reason why people run from me is that I am mentally ill, and when I when my mental illness manifests, people run scared. Yes, and that's okay. They run scared out of ignorance, I believe. And that is also okay. It's part and parcel of why I do this right here. I want to end that ignorance. I've had a few people talk to me about how I do these things in my underwear. And, I'm definitely not ashamed of my body and that kind of stuff. And if I'm trying to get an important message across, shouldn't I put clothes on? And if you look at my posts, I used to think that way. And so I'd say something important, and I'd put a shirt and tie on, and then I'd look at myself and be like, that's just an idiot. That's not me. This is me. This is how I live my life. I tend to not wear clothes when I'm at home. And that is part and parcel of my mental illness in this odd sort of way. Everyone, have a beautiful weekend. It is Memorial Day weekend, and I'd like to take a moment, and I'll say it again on Monday, but I'd like to take a moment to say thank you so much for those out there who have risked their lives and given their lives for my ability to stand here and talk to this camera, right? Because that's what I believe. When my soldiers go off to war, they're fighting for freedom. And anyone that says anything else, yes, I know the oil conversation, and I'll have that someday, But I believe in my heart on Memorial Day that they're fighting for freedom, my ability to stand here in my underwear and talk to you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for your service.